Hello and welcome back to the Pitwall Podcast, where today we're going to be predicting and previewing the 2025 Miami Grand Prix. Before we get started, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow at the Pitwall Pod. Today I am missing my partner in crime, Dawson. He's going to be out for a few weeks. So with that said, it's just me today, but we'll have Kendra on for the rest of the episode, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And without further ado, let's get into previewing the Miami Grand Prix, which I am personally attending. I'm actually leaving for it pretty soon. So I've been to 2 Miami Grand Prix now. It's only been held 3 times. I had to miss the first one, but I've been to 2 others. It is 3.363 miles, and it is a race length of 308.326 kilometers, 191 miles, and it is over 57 laps. It is also a sprint race weekend. So sprint race weekend, lots of people have opinions about it, but extra points up for grabs. And with the flexi wing, regulations not in yet, this is another opportunity for McLaren to take another huge step forward and secure some points. Or will they blow it again, essentially, or will another team catch up? So I really, really like this track. I think this track is super underrated. It's super cool with the stadium in the middle. It's very unique, one of the most unique in F1, I think. And the drivers seem to really like it, actually, as much as a lot of people give it crap. So Max has pretty much destroyed this race. Like, he's always won, except for last year, which I know there's only 3, but last year was crazy when he hit the cone and there was a safety car, and Lando ended up winning his first race, which I was there for. And it was one of the craziest things that I ever witnessed in terms of sports in person, because everybody was cheering for him. And now we've got to the point where people are cheering against Lando and cheering for Max. So it's just a crazy, crazy experience. But with that said, this is almost the 1-year anniversary of basically Red Bull falling off and losing their full control of F1 as they were before. They're coming off of the 2023 season with all that crazy stuff, and no one saw this Lando Norris win coming, at least not at this track. There's a few other times maybe he could have won, but this is the first time we saw Max make a mistake and then Lando win, and it was just absolutely crazy. So let's get into predictions. For the sprint, I have Dawson's predictions here, and I have not looked at them yet, so here we go. For sprint pole, he has Geroge Russell. Now listen, I may be wearing Ferrari merch today, mostly because of this hat and the fact that I'm going to Monza this year. But I wore it today just to show Dawson, because the last time I'm going to see him for a little bit, and he thinks I'm a Ferrari fan, but I'm actually a Mercedes fan, and I'm super happy to hear that he thinks that Geroge Russell is going to get pole. I disagree with him, actually. Ironically, I do think that Max Verstappen is going to get pole in the sprint. I think they're going to have the car ready to go. I think they know this track really well. I think it vibes with what they're going to need, and I think that Max is going to have the sprint pole. However, I do believe that this will be an Oscar Piastri sprint win. I think Piastri will start somewhere between 1st and 3rd, and you can definitely overtake on this track, so he's going to get it. And Dawson has Geroge Russell as the winner, so pole to win, just like this year has been so far. That sounds great with me, man. I would love to see a Mercedes win in person. I've never seen one, so that would be super exciting. So to the full race in P3, I personally have Lando Norris. I think Lando Norris will finish on the podium, but will not win, and will continue to lose grip on the the driver's championship. Dawson has Charles Leclerc. In P2, I personally have Oscar Piastri. I have Oscar Piastri because I think they're going to be really good, but I don't know. I feel like they're going to fight with each other. It's going to cause something to happen. There might be a safety car, and it's going to cause them not to win. Dawson has Geroge Russell in P2. I personally have Geroge Russell winning the race. I think they're going to win, and I think that Mercedes is going to win. I think they're going to put it all together. They just had a really weak and off weekend, and it's going to start their trajectory to a great rest of the season when they bring updates in Imola. Also, I forgot to mention pole. I think that Piastri is going to get pole. Dawson thinks that Piastri is going to get pole. So this is a Piastri pole to Russell win conversion, and that's what I think is going to happen, opposite of last race in some ways. So this is obviously coming off of the controversy at Saudi Arabia with the penalty of Max. So I think there's a lot going into this weekend that is really, really insane. And Also, something else that I believe is going to happen is Cadillac is supposedly supposed to announce, like a team show car and their colors and that kind of stuff at this race. And I predict that because we're in Miami, Miami has a giant fan base of Checo fans. Let me tell you, as I've been there were Red Bull fans booing Max and cheering Checo because they like Checo better than Max. And they didn't like that Max was beating Checo all the time. So with that said, I believe that this weekend I am predicting that Checo Perez will be announced as a driver for Cadillac, and that will happen at the Miami Grand Prix weekend. So that's my one crazy prediction. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen at the Miami International Autodrome this weekend? Is it just going to be a McLaren 1-2 Grand Slam? It definitely could be. I don't think so. I don't think so. And there's also some wet weather. And I will say 100%, if it's going to rain all weekend, which it's not supposed to, but if it rains all weekend, Max is going to win from pole. I'll just go ahead and say it. Like, I'm used to it at this point. Max knows this track really well. He likes this track. He's going to win from pole in the rain. So that's my prediction. Again, let me know what you think, and we'll see you afterward. Kendra will be here for the breakdown of the race and the predictions for the next one. So be sure to subscribe. Also have a special pit walk video hopefully coming, assuming I can film. But yeah, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.